Understanding Antinatalism, the Beauty of Non-Existence, a Philosophical Perspective. Antinatalism is a philosophical position asserting that coming into existence is a harm and that humans should refrain from procreation. Rooted in moral philosophy, existentialism, and pessimism, antinatalism examines the implications of life as suffering and questions the morality of perpetuating human existence. Key ideas: Schopenhauer's philosophy of pessimism laid the groundwork for antinatalism. He argued that existence is marked by suffering due to the insatiable nature of human desires. In the world as will and representation, he posited, life is a constant process of dying, and to die means to cease to be. Examples: Schopenhauer highlighted how even pleasurable experiences are fleeting and inevitably lead to suffering, illustrating this with the endless striving of human will. Key ideas: South African philosopher David Benatar is a prominent contemporary advocate of antinatalism. His seminal book, Better Never to Have Been, The Harm of Coming into Existence, 2006, introduces the asymmetry argument. Presence of pain is bad. Presence of pleasure is good. Absence of pain is good, even if no one benefits from it. Absence of pleasure is not bad unless someone is deprived of it. Examples: Benatar uses real-world suffering, such as disease and environmental crises, to illustrate the inherent harms of existence. Key ideas: In his essay The Last Messiah, 1933, Zapf argues that human consciousness is a tragic evolutionary overstep, leading to existential dread. He identifies four methods humans use to repress the burden of consciousness. 1. Isolation, ignoring unpleasant realities. 2. Anchoring, finding purpose in religion or ideologies. 3. Distraction, engaging in entertainment or trivial activities. 4. Sublimation, redirecting existential anxiety into art or philosophy. Examples: everyday distractions like watching television or pursuing material success are ways to avoid confronting life's inherent suffering. Antinatalism draws heavily on existentialism, pessimism, and utilitarian ethics. Existentialism questions the meaning of life and freedom in a universe devoid of inherent purpose. Pessimism views suffering as an unavoidable condition of life. Utilitarianism evaluates morality by considering suffering. Antinatalism argues that preventing life prevents suffering. 1. Ethical decisions. Antinatalism prompts individuals to consider the ethical implications of bringing children into a world of suffering. 2. Environmentalism. By advocating against procreation, antinatalists align with ecological concerns about overpopulation and resource depletion. 3. Mental health encourages reflection on existential angst and finding meaningful ways to address life's inherent struggles. 1. Overemphasis on suffering. Critics argue that antinatalism discounts the joys and achievements of human life. Philosopher Robert Nozick, in Anarchy, State, and Utopia, 1974, contends, the richness of human experience cannot be reduced to the avoidance of suffering. Example: parents may derive immense fulfillment from nurturing and raising children. 2. Biological determinism. The instinct to reproduce is deeply ingrained in human biology, making antinatalism counterintuitive to evolutionary imperatives. 3. Moral absolutism. Critics like Christine Overall in Why Have Children? 2012, argue that antinatalism applies a one-size-fits-all moral standard to procreation, ignoring cultural and individual nuances. 4. Practical implications. If universally adopted, antinatalism could lead to societal collapse. This critique highlights the tension between philosophical ideals and practical realities. Antinatalism provides a profound critique of human existence by questioning the morality of procreation in a world filled with suffering. While rooted in compelling philosophical arguments, it faces criticism for its stark worldview and potential societal implications. As David Benatar puts it, the harm of existence is not a harm we can escape, but it is one we can prevent for future generations. Benatar, 2006.